Hi, I'm Dylan with Halogen Systems, and today I'm going to go over our Municipal line of sensor products. All of our sensors internally are exactly the same. They all will offer the 5 measurement parameters of pH, temperature, conductivity, ORP, and chlorine. The only difference here is based on installation type, but I'll go ahead and touch in on some of the similarities between all of our units. All of our units have custom cable lengths. Our most common cable length supplied is a 5-foot cable. Every single cable comes with a M12 sensor connector, and our sensors themselves will have the serial number label on the cable, or in the case of our wet tap here, up on the top. Each one also has an ejection port orientation line to tell you guys exactly where the ejection port is. The ejection port orientation is really important for all of our products because our sensor operates on measuring electrochemical signal, and the best way to do that is in water. So if we get air in our sensor ends, that can really impact our sensor measurement. And of course, if the sensor is installed vertically like this, it's really going to be hard for the sensor to purge the air out of the sensor cover. So in all installation configurations, we rarely, if ever, want to install our sensor vertically like this. We're going to want to have them basically between 90 degrees and 270 degrees. Or if you're looking at a clock, between 1 o'clock and 5 o'clock, and then between 7 o'clock and 11 o'clock. Those are going to be our optimal positions. And then we're going to want to orient the ejection port in any installation configuration to more easily purge air. So basically you want to install the sensor and think like an air bubble. How are you going to easily get the air to purge? And that's always going to be up, because air is going to be lighter than the water and going to want to go up. So when you're designing your system and how you want to install the sensor, make sure to take that into account. So the first type of sensor that we have here is our low flange sensor. This is designated by the part number DH1LFP or WH1LFP. What makes this a low flange sensor is, as you can see, the flange is located here, much lower than here. This sensor can be installed multiple ways into your system. This can be installed directly into a tank on a standpipe, utilizing the 1-inch NPT connection on the top of the sensor, and then just running the cable through the standpipe to wherever your display is installed. This can also be submerged into a tank and just hung by the cable. I don't recommend this installation unless it's the only way to measure a tank, or if you're just doing a temporary measurement to see if there's any difference between chlorine concentration at the bottom or to the top of the tank. Because whenever the sensor is vertical like this, it is hard to prime. But this sensor is immersion safe. We have a sealed cable gland here. We also seal it with 5200 to really make sure that this is leak proof up to about 100 feet. The final way to install this is with our flow cell here. And this flow cell and our low flange sensor is our direct side stream DPD replacement system. So if you're replacing a CL17 or a CL10 that already has 1/4-inch tubing installed and set up, you can do a hot swap pretty much and then just install this flow cell and sensor. Just making sure that you have the flow cell oriented vertically like this, with water coming in and then water exiting out. And you want to make sure to align the ejection port here, indicated by the ejection port line on the sleeve, and then of course the ejection port here, the slit in the cover gasket. So you'll line that up there with the outlet port, and then you'll run your retaining collar over the entire system and then run flow to this. So that's our side stream DPD replacement. Our next sensor type is the DH1MFP or WH1MFP. The only designation difference is between free and total chlorine or wastewater and drinking water. Just depends on your product application and what you would like to measure. As you can see here, this is called our mid-flange sensor. This sensor is ideal for installation into 2-inch pipe tees. We sell a PT01 adapter. This is a mount adapter with a slip fitting, so you just use PVC cement, and you can install this into a 2-inch pipe tee or any just 2-inch slip fitting connection. This sensor will install into here, and you can install that into your 2-inch line. And again, we don't want to install it vertically. We always want to go horizontal is the best with the outlet port facing vertically. And of course, on here, our ejection port is also indicated on the sensor label itself. And you can always double check and take a look at the slit in the gasket. So that is our mid-flange installation type for 2-inch pipe tees. And our last and newest sensor configuration is our wet tap sensor configuration. This configuration allows us to install the sensor directly into process piping using our remover kit. This kit has a 2-inch FNPT thread here for threading into a 2-inch cork stop valve. Primary things that you're going to need in a system like this is you're going to need a saddle clamp to install the cork stop valve, and then make sure that your the OD of the orifice going into your process piping is at least 1.75 inches wide. That way our sensor, which is here, can be installed directly into that pipe and not be hit by the piping during installation. So really important with this one to make sure that everything's lined up correctly, because this is going to be inserted directly into the pipe. The benefits of this is you're going to get much faster process reading, representative exactly what the water is within your treatment line. And if you need to do a hot swap to pull the sensor out or do maintenance on the sensor while you guys are still treating your water, you can use these included all-thread rods to pull the sensor up while the sensor is under pressure and the system's under pressure, and pull it up just until you're able to open or close the valve. And that allows us to run this sensor, install it, uninstall it, do maintenance without ever shutting down your system. So that's our last, and that's called our DH1WTP, and that is our wet tap system. You'll want to order that and make sure that you get it with our wet tap remover kit as well. And again, all of our sensors have a custom cable length, so make sure when ordering that you know where you want to install your display transmitter and where you want to install your sensor, as well as the distance in between. Best case always when ordering our sensors is to always order more cable than you think you need, because you can always just spool more next to where the display transmitter is. So those are our municipal water products. If you guys have any questions, feel free to reach out to our sales team at sales@halogensys.com or to our technical support team at tech@halogensys.com. We look forward to helping you.